97.9 to Beat the Hip Hop Station. We got the man, the mastermind, the creative mastermind behind the song that we play. Say That Money. It's Lil Dicky in the building. What's up, man?
Well, you know, just hanging out with a lollipop in my mouth.
Got a lollipop in your mouth?
Well, not currently, I suppose. I'm holding it in my hand because of the interview.
Okay.
But
is that your pre-interview ritual?
No, but you guys just have a nice little waiting room, and there's some dum-dums in there, and I just felt obliged.
Well, feel free to grab a handful. I know you're trying to save that money, so on the way out, you know.
Maybe that'll be a nice little snack.
Yeah, grab yourself some for the road, man.
Yep.
Well, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations, first of all, on the song doing so well.
Thank you.
I think the last time I saw the YouTube views, it was up to almost 20 million.
Yeah, I think it's creeping up.
20 million, dog.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Looks like you came through on that promise that you gave during your pitch in the video to the people trying to get free stuff.
Exactly.
You said there'd be millions of views, millions of views.
Yeah. I said tens of millions, and now I don't feel like it was that inaccurate.
Nope, not anymore. And it's just continue to go up. Do you talk to any of those people that helped you out with the video?
I was talking about this yesterday. I don't really talk to them, but I have heard from like the guy who gave me the boat. He has like his own promotion company, and he reached out and said like businesses are booming. Like, you know, people have been like reaching out to him more than ever. Yeah. And Planned Parenthood, actually, because of like the older woman said donate. They reached out and said like there's been such an influx of donations. That's gotta make you feel good. Yeah. Great.
You see that because you got everything you wanted so far. You know, you were able to make an epic rap video for next to nothing, and
man, I needed that to happen that way too. Yeah, I needed it.
So they'll probably have like out in front of their businesses, if they're smart, they'd have, hey, as featured on, you know, Lil Dicky Say That Money video.
I said it's a legendary video. Yeah. But it's tough for people to, I guess, see the vision.
Well, congratulations. The song is fire by itself, man. But you know, the video just makes it a masterpiece, an instant classic. Bro.
Thank you.
And it's just so well put together. And for those that haven't seen the video, first of all, why the hell not? Second, you want to explain the concept for the video and how it all came together.
Yeah. So the song is obviously called "Save That Money." So for the video, I wanted to do something just revolving around like frugality, and we thought, like, wouldn't it be interesting to make like a really epic video without spending any money? So we kind of just like walked around society and like asked people to use their luxury items for like 15 minutes, and most people said no, but all it takes was one yes, and we got like in mansions and yachts and Lamborghinis. I crashed T-Pain's music video shoot and just kind of like used his cars and models as my own, and it was really just, it came together like in the perfect way. It was a perfect storm.
And once you get one piece of it, it seems like the others, everything just starts to.
That's how it worked. Once I got Kevin Durant to say yes to be in it, then it was easier for me to get like a guy like Mark Cuban. Yeah. And like it just like became easier. And then the more things happened, the easier. Like the hardest thing for me was the club, getting in the club. But by that point, that was like the last check. There was the last box to check. Yeah. And I had all these. I was like, listen, you're not gonna let me in this club, but I have this guy in the video, that guy in the video. Like I've gotten all these things, and it was just like you couldn't really say no after I explained.
It would seem to me like it'd be the easiest part, and just let me post up at the club for a second.
You would think, and it is ironic that it was the most difficult, but I think just in LA, it's tough to go in and film like on a Friday night. It was a Friday night, and they're just so strict about those things, and you know, none of these people really knew who I was. So like I didn't have like the like if Big Sean tried to do it, maybe he'd have better luck. Yeah. But yeah.
Did you? I mean, obviously, you told them that you had all these pieces already in place, and you had all these stars
I was
that were
there
doing
playing music videos.
Yeah, exactly, on a little iPad or your phone or whatever. Yeah. So finally, they were like, "All right, cool."
Yeah. Let's go. Finally, I got one. He was like, "Can you do it in 15 minutes?" I said, "Yeah." And then we got a free bottle with like the fireworks.
Yeah, with the sparkling.
Exactly. Yeah, and. It was great. Like we drank I remember like all we needed to do was get the footage, but then like we just kept drinking after we were done shooting and like celebrated. Okay. Because it was such a great night.
And that was complete. That was it.
Yeah, that was the last thing we needed.
Off to post-production, and there you go, making millions.
Yeah, well, millions of views.
You're independent right now. Yeah. Which is a huge deal. Yeah. Because you're doing everything on your own. Yeah. Basically at this point. Is that hard for you to do as an independent? I mean, does it like hurt you or help you when you're starting to blow up like the way you are?
Probably a little bit of both. I think it helps in the sense that there's no like you know, you see like a lot of, I always wonder when I see like really average stuff in any form of entertainment, like whether it's film or TV or music, and it seems average, like I wonder why it went out. But I think there's typically like lots of pressures and like deadlines that comes along with when you sign to something. I face none of that. Like if I don't want to put out anything for like a year, I just wouldn't do it. Like I really control everything. Like with Save That Money, I could just wait until everything was perfect with the video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it helps in that sense. I think it hurts in a sense because like if I was signed, let's say, to a label, I think it would be like huge right now. Not that it's not huge, but I think they just make things go from like big to like Justin Bieber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna get there no matter what, and it's just I'd rather not give up any of the money. Save that money.
Yeah, and you have creative control over everything you do.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think there are deals that you could get. Like, no one's gonna want to sign me and then try to like think for me. I think they would sign me because of the way I think.
Yeah.
But
at some point, I think that they would.
Yeah, like probably. I have an 11-minute song on my album that might have been like red flagged.
Like, we gotta cut that, man.
Yeah, I just can't. You know, I wouldn't listen to anybody. So.
Or yeah, we said we were gonna put it out next week, but it's actually gonna be the beginning of
exactly. Like
next
you see
year.
all these stories about that kind of stuff, I would lose my mind. Like I would actually go crazy. So I actually think it's much better overall. It's just. Thank God Save That Money happened because I needed like a mainstream moment, you know what I mean? And that's what they can provide, but luckily I was able to do it on my own.
You've got masterpieces already on this album.
Thank you.
And this is your first album.
Thank you, yeah.
And you've only been in the game. How long you been in?
I mean, it's like 2 years.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
What made you want to do that? Because I know you went to school for like advertising, right?
Oh, I always wanted to be like a comedian. And, you know, I graduated college and I was able to get a job, and I just couldn't not get a job. Like I couldn't really go for it because I really had nothing to base my ambitions on. Like I had never been in a play, I had never really done anything. So like I always knew that if I wanted to pursue this, I was gonna have to do it on the side at first, and really like make it good enough and then go for it. So I started rapping to become a comedian. Like I didn't necessarily even take myself seriously enough as a rapper because I just wasn't good enough. And then like surprisingly, I just got better and better. You know, it's kind of like works like a sport.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was always a huge fan of rap, but I never thought that I could be like, you know, on a song with Snoop Dogg, for example.
Yeah.
And then, thank goodness, I chose rap as the comedic path because I learned that I think I'm destined to be a rapper too.
Well, what about, you ever tried stand-up comedy?
No, I never tried it.
Wow.
I talk a lot in between my songs on stage. So it's like, there is like a feel of stand-up when I'm doing concerts, but... You know, in 5 years, I want you to like know Lil Dicky the rapper as much as you know Dave Bird the actor, comedian, model.
Yeah. Well, you raised money on a Kickstarter campaign, right?
Yeah.
For your first album.
Yeah.
And I think you raised over 100.
Yeah, it was 113. Yeah.
So you just put it out there. You said, "Hey, I'm Lil Dicky. You know, you've probably seen a little bit of my work, and this is what I'm trying to do." And people came.
Yeah. So, you know, for 5 months. I put stuff out online for free every week, once a week. And it got to the point where I was just building a fan base and people were like, why don't you charge for anything? Like, I wish I could donate. And I was getting so many of these messages and I just knew, I knew that I needed money because I was running out of my bar mitzvah money. And I also knew that I wasn't, if I had signed, like at that point, like I would have gotten like the worst deal from like a label, you know what I mean? So like I just knew crowdfunding just made so much sense. Everything I do is very much of like of the people anyways, so this just kind of making them a part of the whole thing was just exactly what I wanted. And it obviously worked.
And you were able to, that was enough money for you to, I guess, create the project.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
And get started on that level. Is this true? You gotta tell me this is true or not. There's a chiropractic office in Orlando that they say they contributed to your campaign, and in return you made a rap ad for them?
Yeah, $400.
Is this real?
Yeah.
Can I play a little bit of this for you?
Oh, you can play it, but man, don't judge me.
Man, you know we got it cracking. Literally, homie,
this
got
is you.
It cracking. They fixed my neck and my back. I'm relaxing now.
I did this in 45 seconds.
Are you serious? And they gave you $400 for the campaign?
Yeah. I did it in 15 minutes.
Keep the legs working, man.
You said, get it cracking. Like,
I've never like freestyled a rap before until like I just literally like freestyled that to some extent.
You know, I mean, you can imagine them now, like with this. And,
that's a great buy.
Yeah, $400. Great, $400 to get Lil Dicky to do a rap ad for him.
I wish that I went a little harder for him. That's all. Like I hear it, and I'm like, man, you could have rapped better. But I'm happy. I guess they didn't pay me a lot, so whatever.
Did you think that it was gonna eventually make air? Did you think, let me just throw it out there, and if they use it, they will. If they
no,
not?
he like this guy like I knew that he was doing something because he was like, would you be in, like, he told me he was making a video for it. I didn't think people were going to find out about it.
Well, that business is about to blow up.
Good.
People are going to be looking for it online. And you didn't do the video, though. You didn't do the commercial.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they got some actor.
Some other white guy.
Yeah, who's just lip syncing.
Yeah.
Do you wish now that you would have been the guy that actually did the acting on it?
Definitely not, no. Just because I don't have enough pride in the actual rap. Not because there's nothing against Orlando Chiropractic. I actually respect their hustle for making that happen.
And you own it. I mean, you're like, yeah, I did it. You know, it was for money, and this is where I am now. So.
Yeah, it's very transparent that it was for money. Yeah. Like it was on a public-facing Kickstarter page.
Well, you were fresh off of the Looking for Love tour.
Yeah.
And did you find it?
No. Very lonely.
That's really sad.
Yeah. No prospects. Going back to LA soon. Have nothing really lined up.
No panties and bras thrown on stage?
No, definitely not. Usually like an 80% male crowd. So we're working on all these things.
Well, I think that's gonna be changing real soon.
People have been saying that for a good year. And
you gotta step the game up in that department, homie.
I know. I have to figure a lot out about myself this year. So,
I've seen this in your bio in a few messages that you put out. You invite producers to actually send you beats. Mm-hmm. You give them an email and everything. Yeah. Do you actually listen to the stuff they send you? And have you ever used it for any of your projects?
Yeah, I would say like half of my album was just because guys emailed me beats and they're like they were good, and then I just said send me more. Like, when I made my mixtape, I did it in my room on GarageBand, downloading other people's beats. Then I made my album, and I still wasn't going in the studio. Like I still didn't know producers really. Like I started to towards the end, but in the beginning, I was just getting stuff emailed to me. Wow. I believe that there's tons of people out there that that I'm not going to meet up with because they live in like Montana, but they still could like be great.
Yeah.
And I haven't found my Ryan Lewis, so to speak. So until I found that guy, I'm all ears.
Wow. So you encourage people to still send you stuff?
LilDickyBeats@gmail.com.
I don't know how that works.
Just please make them good, like original, unique beats.
Yeah.
Please.
No Casio stuff anymore?
I don't want to hear the same trap beat over and over again.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
There's a lot of remixes out there already that I've heard of Save That Money.
Yeah.
But nothing. Has any other rappers, now that this has kind of blown up, come to you and said, hey, what do you think about an official remix? And
not yet. I mean, I'm certainly waiting for Drake to do that.
Yeah. Is that your favorite rapper?
Yeah. But he hasn't even acknowledged my existence.
He doesn't know he doesn't know that you?
Well, I don't think he knows anything about me. No, he might. I have no idea. But no, I was just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but if I could have one guy do it, it'd be him. But no rappers have reached out. There've been like cool DJs like White Panda. He made a remix. Or they.
Was it anything that?
Lao, 3 Lao.
Oh yeah, that's the
3
one.
Lao.
Yeah, I heard that.
That was great too.
'Cause that was a mashup of like some other stuff.
But I like that too.
Yeah, it was really cool. So Drake, your favorite artist? Is it because both of you Jewish or?
No, I just always have loved Drake, and just the way he it always feels like he's rapping to me, like especially now, because now kind of like all he really raps about to some extent, or like, is the fact that he like can't find love to some extent, and then also
banging hoes.
Not really banging hoes. I feel like it's about like his lack of satisfaction in the girl department, and then also just like wanting to be the best rapper out. And it's like, as a rapper, it's really motivating when you hear another rapper like shitting on rappers. You know
right.
what I mean?
Well, hopefully, man, Drake will come to you and want that remix. But what's next for you as far as projects and?
Well, my album's kind of like still fairly new in the sense that it came out July 31st, and there's still like, You Save That Money was like the first big single, but there's others, and it's I'm just gonna make more videos, and I think the album has like at least a year of life in it in terms of like things happening from that. But then I'm also gonna work on an EP. And then I'm going to try to start working on my TV show. But
what's it going to be about?
My life. It's kind of like, have you seen Curb Your Enthusiasm? Mm-hmm. Imagine that, but just like where the main character is a 27-year-old rapper.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Because you're a fan of Larry David.
The biggest.
And Seinfeld. And,
yeah.
And, I love Larry David's comedy and his humor.
Me too.
I could see you doing something like that. Yeah, for sure.
Imagine Larry David as a young man in like the studio with Young Thug. Like, imagine that conversation.
Oh, my God. Well, congratulations, man, everything. In the meantime, you're cross-promoting, the music, and you're performing at art shows. Is this right? Miami Art Basel?
I just did that, yeah. I did that.
You were giving some old white ladies lap dances?
Yep, of course. Somebody has to do it, and I asked for this life.
Woe is you.
Yep.
How was the reaction there? Did
It was good. No, I think, it's always, I think people see me as so non-threatening.
And you were half naked too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they're able to just like really laugh at such a thing as opposed to be like, oh my God, I'm being sexually harassed right now.
Yeah. And then they can blame it on art. It's art.
Yeah, it is art. You know that someone got stabbed down there? Did you know that? Some people were watching someone get stabbed and they thought it was performance art, so no one really did anything.
Oh, I did read about that. Yeah. Somebody's on the ground bleeding and they're like clapping. Yeah, like crazy. Awesome. Yeah. Hey, wait, why are you not getting up?
Yeah, it's bizarre.
It's crazy, man. So no old lady try to grab your Lil Dicky?
No, not this time. But like, you'll be surprised. Like when I go down and rap in the crowd and walk around and people treat me like way too liberally or something. Like guys and girls alike will like try to grab my dick and like they'll slap my ass as I walk by. And I'm just thinking like, if I was DMX, would they wouldn't put a hand on me? You know what I mean?
It's true. Well, somebody tried to do that to Rich Homie Quan the other day. Did you see that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, your boy Rich Homie, he stopped the show. He's like,
Right.
I ain't about that.
Yeah.
But
well, you got to know your personnel. KYP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
KYP. Well, congratulations, man. Lil Dicky's in the building. It's 97.9 to Beat the Hip Hop Station. Save that money. One of my favorites. Shout out Mark Cuban, who made the cameo in the video. Go Mavericks.
Go Mavs.
And happy Hanukkah, bro.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. It's Lil Dicky, y'all. 97.9 to Beat the Hip Hop Station. Give it up, man. Give it up. Yeah.